There's definitely something magical about the open road, especially when it leads you to the heart of Tuscany. I think over the years we have definitely mastered the art and the skill of becoming the ultimate weekend warrior. The views in Tuscany never disappoint, and also we got to meet some very friendly locals. We're in Tuscany, but cats are still alive. Vernon couldn't even wait, had to drink his white wine.
This is good. This is very
You know what I just realized? Have we ever had white wine in Tuscany? I don't think we have.
Usually it's red. It's always red. Because we always come in the fall.
It's true. It's rare. What's up? Even though we visited Tuscany many times before, each time we visit, it honestly feels like a live painting. I swear, these rolling hills are super hypnotic, or it just might be the wine. Well, hello there, MTV Cribs. Welcome to my Tuscan villa, or remodeled 150-year-old cellar that's been upscaled. So we have the second entry room, stairs to go down into a proper Italian cellar that is a little boutique hotel now. Mattress test. Ooh, approved, very comfortable. I honestly wish this was still operational and you can do like some killer pizza classes here. This would be really fun. But it's cool that they kept it. I love it. The curved ceilings, beautiful chandelier. You can tell I watch a lot of house tours. So really, really bougie head frame. The one thing I didn't know that this little room had, because this was booked, even though we booked it, I booked it a month and a half ago. I had no idea what I was booking because I just wanted to stay in this area and stay in this hotel because the views, the location, the event we'll be doing later that Vernon doesn't know about. So I didn't know what I was booking. I just booked whatever they had last. And then they were showing us the room earlier. And the bathroom had a little two surprises. So first of all, pardon the echo, it's massive. We have a giant hot tub for a small village that we can probably put in there. I love hot tubs. We don't have a bathtub at the house, so whenever we go anywhere, there's a tub. I definitely optimize it. But another thing that this room has is a escape hatchet. So if Vernon gets tired of my shit, this is where he will escape.
I like how Maryana's pretending like she didn't know there was a hot tub in the room.
I had no idea. I'm serious. I didn't even know what this was gonna look like. You ready for the pool?
I mean, I don't know what it's gonna be like. You keep hyping it up, so I'm hoping it lives up to the hype.
The pool views are half the reason why I booked this stay, I'm not gonna lie. The other half is also Vernon's birthday. I forgot that it's his birthday today. So Vernon's over here living his best life in Tuscany. You're enjoying your being a weekend warrior? And your birthday escape?
It's pretty damn relaxing. I'm not gonna lie, I had no idea that you wanted to do any of this. I thought it was gonna be a nice little steakhouse or something cute, but not this. This is really relaxing. Especially since we do a lot of stressful stuff every weekend as it is. This is definitely a change of pace.
Remember when we were supposed to go to Lake Bled and have a relaxing weekend there? And you were dying in a little rowboat for an hour one way?
I was literally sore the next day. How does a relaxing weekend turn into being sore the next day? It doesn't make any sense.
But it's okay, babe. I got us drinks by the pool. So apparently you can use WhatsApp to message them and it'll bring you drinks. I didn't know how to describe where we were. So I just sent a picture of the little seats here. I'm like, hey, we're here. But the views, this is, I think, what you think when you think about Tuscany.
Surprise I fit. Welcome to my birthday weekend.
it is 5 minutes till 5, and I think it's okay to reveal to Vernon his birthday surprise, something we've never done before. And as far as I know, you can probably only do in Tuscany. You ready for this?
Yes.
We're gonna go truffle hunting.
Like at a restaurant, trying to find the best.
No,
truffle?
no, we're actually gonna go truffle hunting.
Oh.
With a proper dog.
Actual truffle hunting. Okay.
Proper dog forest, because he was confused why we're wearing like yoga pants and athletic wear, because they told me like you're gonna be probably going through the woods. So we're gonna go truffle hunting in Tuscany.
Excited.
Me too. Good girl. Who's a good girl? Oh.
Ah, bene, gratta così, eh. Ah, bene.
Oh, wow. That was fast. Oh my God.
Dammelo. Dammi. Dammelo, non lo mangi a te.
Good girl. Wow. Snack? Pretend like you know what you're doing. Wow.
Oh my god.
Questo profuma di più.
See? Let me smell.
Oh yeah. This one's a bit more perfumey.
You sure? Oh wow. Mm. Oh.
Dai, dai.
Tartufo bianco, no?
No, no.
No.
È benevo. È benevo.
I love it.
Good girl. Where's your good girl? Let's go.
Vedi, se vuoi vedere. Go. Grande.
Grant oak, okay.
Dai, dai, dai.
Good girl. Wow. See. Wow. Good girl.
Wow. It's another one. It's another just.
Are you a truffle hunter?
one. This is incredible.
Are you a truffle hunter now?
4 in 10 minutes. This seems way cooler than photography. I'm not gonna lie. Oh yeah. It does. It smells like truffle. It still smells like dirt, but it also smells like truffle.
Profumo.
Questo è bellissimo. Prendi.
Grazie. Oh no. Grazie. Wow. Oh.
Fuma.
Hmm. You want to smell?
Yeah, I want to smell. I want to smell them all. Mmm.
Sì. Molto più.
Wow. It's very strong.
Ooh, yeah. You can.
Very fresh.
Molto buono.
Molto. Sì.
Pasta questa.
Ah.
Molto buono.
Oh, grande.
Dammi.
We're just finding truffles everywhere.
Dammi. Dai. Dai. Ecco.
Oh wow.
Found that so small.
That's so good.
Be careful, there's a lot of leaves. Oh, she found something already. Oh my god. Oh, see. Careful, there's rocks. She found a truffle and she ate it. I guess that happens sometimes. Sì,
Vabbè, uno ci vuole dare.
sì, sì. Oh. Oh, sì. Wow. Good girl. Did you find that today? Good girl.
Su, vieni, su.
Fig. Wow, that's such a little baby fig. So this is where in June he found like a huge truffle. So, but today there are none. So I guess you win some, you lose some. Si belli.
Ah, sì.
Dolce?
Molto dolce.
Super organic.
Wow. Dude, they're really good.
I think even the dog likes figs.
Sì, vedi, buono. Sì, vedi, c'è la
The
goccia.
juices,
Questo è miele.
like honey, yeah.
Sentirà dolce che è.
Vernon keeps eating all the figs.
Anche questo è buono.
If you didn't have truffle hunting in Tuscany during sunset on your bucket list, it should definitely be on there now. After about an hour truffle hunting, it was time to call it a night and head back to the kitchen so that way the chef of the place we're staying at can whip us a dinner using the truffles that we found tonight.
You find little truffles for us? Good girl.
Even with 12 years of experience, she still has that instinct to, when she finds a really good truffle just like us, she's gonna want to eat it up right away.
Hopefully it wasn't a white truffle because
Yeah.
it was under a hazelnut tree
Yeah.
and that's where they grow. But such a good, I mean, she gets to eat one out of like 20 probably. Come on, she gets a little treat. Good girl. Good girl. You're such a good girl. Do you have the scratches too like Atlas? You like your chest scratched? We have to do our little recap of the truffle hunting while we're sober because we just found out from the truffle hunter that there is a festival for a local soccer team today at 9 p.m. So we're gonna go refresh. We're gonna have our truffle dinner, that's 3 courses with some wine, and then we're gonna meet up with the locals at a bar up a hill. Nobody speaks any English, I love it, and we're gonna go watch some soccer, have some music.
Listen to some music. We didn't drink that much already, so.
We had a few spritz. But what did you think about your truffle hunting experience?
It was incredible. I mean, the little dog was able to find a truffle like every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Some of them were better than others. Some of them were more aromatic than others, but it was just awesome.
Time for truffles?
I mean, I thought we just found some.
Well, time to eat them now, come on. Whenever I try to record us both, it's like super windy. I think your nose is so sunburned. I don't think the camera's picking it up, but here you look like Rudolph.
I think it was the pool. I think sitting out just in the sun and drinking and doing nothing made us a little tired.
This is Vernon. That's his first wine glass of the night. It's like you see these trends on TikTok. They start with the first glass, then it's like you see throughout the night. It's like this is my 10th glass and I can barely speak.
First glass of the night, but it's not the first glass of the day. So we should be
It is the 4th glass of the day.
Yeah, and I don't think this will be the last one. And I feel like when we go to that bar, we're probably going to have at least one beer there.
Are you kidding me? We're going to be drinking with Italians. It's going to be one beer every 10 minutes.
So enjoy today's video because there might not be a tomorrow.
Subscribe while you still can.
While we're still alive.
How's your crunchy bread?
So good.
Poppy seeds.
Don't tell the other Italians, but I think this might be the best region for food in Italy.
Ooh, those are fighting words. We still need to go to Sicily, to Sardinia. We got the whole south to explore, so
there's a lot left to see.
So don't say that,
But I think so far Tuscany is kind of at the top.
Well, for wine, I think that's definitely my favorite in Italy is Tuscany. I'm just gonna give the award to that. Sorry for Uli and Veneto. These are the truffles we found. Well, the adorable dog found. But yeah, with beef carpaccio, and I don't know what these are. I forgot. It sounded delicious. I was too preoccupied with the truffles to pay attention, I'm gonna be honest. But first truffle taste test, Vernon. It's so delicate.
This is like the luxurious version of being a hunter-gatherer, right? I'm not hunting anything with a stick, but we'll get somebody to get their dog to find us mushrooms in the ground, and then they'll put it on some beef carpaccio.
But they're good. It's very perfumey, so he was right. If you've never had truffle, it's very unique. This table's too wide, so Vernon's not in the shot. He's eating over there. It's okay. He's enjoying his beef carpaccio with the truffle. Let's see, first bite. I got a bunch of truffle on there.
This is extremely hearty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Flavor.
I mean these, because you've got this really light, crisp wine, and it's very nice and aromatic, but this is just super, super hearty.
We only got 3 courses and dessert. We're gonna be here.
The one thing about Italy, you will never be hungry. Ever.
A few moments later.
So I'm trying to have a romantic dinner, and Vernon's been fighting with a bee for the last 10 minutes.
I'm gonna win, guys. I'm telling you, I'm gonna win. I understand bees are important, but some bees are dumber than others, and this one picked the wrong guy.
And it's amazing because he gets the worst luck with bees. There's like 10 tables here, and the bees only bothering him. It's actually amazing.
You know what? At least I'm working out while I'm eating.
This is the most incredible pasta. Apparently this is like a super rich pasta. And of course, with our truffle, amazing red wine, and the most incredible sunset. And you know, the husband's not bad too. How's your birthday weekend so far?
Dude, this is awesome. Honestly, I was mostly excited about the truffle hunting, and it was really, really cool, but everything has just been great. Honestly, the weather has been good. The food has been incredible. The wine is great. The service is really nice.
The cats? He meowed on command. Kitty, I was looking actually if they had any like beef tartare, so I could give the cats some, but they didn't have any. I'm sorry, Kitty, they don't have
What do
any.
you want from the menu? You want a kids menu?
Kids
Want
menu?
some chicken tendies?
They don't have Mickey D's here.
Fresh olive oil on top. Oh, the wing.
It's okay. Even though we live in Italy for a little while now, this is literally everything olive oil. And Vernon couldn't wait. How's your olive oil? On olive oil.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
The green stuff is not pistachio. It's olive.
It's very salty.
Salty?
It
Ooh.
tastes, I'll say salty. This is the most unique dessert I've ever eaten.
Really?
Yes.
Did you try the little biscuit yet?
What, this little thing?
Yeah. What are those?
It's like cream of olive oil.
Really? Oh, I gotta try this. I love salty. I'm gonna go for the big piece, but dip it in some olive oil. Sounds weird to say for dessert. Very salty. You know what it feels like? I feel like I'm eating butter. Like I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
being a little Chunkosaurus. I'm just eating butter with olive oil. But it's not. The bread is sweeter than the actual dessert. This is incredible. This is super unique. You can go down. After a really nice dinner, something we really want to do is just also go explore the little town. And by little town, I really do mean little. There's literally one bar here. Because I asked her, like, oh, which bar is this event going to be at? She's like, well, there's only one bar. So that's where we're heading now, up this Tuscan hill. Let's go. I guess this would be the night where we find out what kind of wild animals Tuscany has. Because there's literally nobody besides us.
And there's a car coming.
And a cat crossing the street. So yeah, there's nobody else on the roads. So we'll see what kind of animals lurk in these streets. Besides 2 Americans. How are your hamstrings and the dog that's barking at us?
Okay, we're gonna test out how much food and energy we actually have still after all that wine. It's not a big hill, honestly, but
It's a big hill after you've had as much wine and food as we
with enough wine, you can honestly climb any hill.
Well, let's see how fast you run from that dog. Stay tuned. Happy birthday, Vern. How beautiful is this little area?
This feels like you're traveled back in time like 500 years. It's so cute.
I literally don't think there's a bad angle. So look, not cut. One alley where we just came from. Look at this street. Adorable. Look at this street. There's a church over there.
There's a church?
I think so. Let's see. Also, these streets, ancient. Well, they gotta be at least like 300 years old. Oh, it's not a church. It's one of those little things, little sanctuaries. That's a church. There you go. Let's see on this street. Is it cute? Adorable. I think that's a church. Whoa. I see the tower.
That is beautiful.
And I bet you 99% of people never even heard of this town.
We've never even heard of this town.
I know, till today. Let's see how driving here is. All right. So this is a 2-way. Somehow, that's a 2-way. Parking is subjective. Go see if it's open. Walk up those ancient stairs. It's probably not, because it's super late. Everyone's at the bar, even the nonas. No, it's closed. Don't tease me. I think we're gonna call it right now that this is in the top 3 or top 5 most charming, cute towns we've been to. What do you think?
Honestly, this for me so far is number 1. And the other ones aren't even close when it comes to this. This looks like something that you couldn't even have in a movie. It had to be like a cartoon because it just looks the part.
It's a good thing we watch anime. As you were talking, there was a nonna on your right side just dusting something out the window. Like, you can't write this. Like, she's a paid actor.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
It's and the wind, the breeze,
the wind, the weather. It's like what, 65 degrees right now.
It's beautiful, but it's humid. It's like 100% humidity.
Yeah,
so.
that's true.
Oh, look at this street. Honestly, camera does not do it justice. How was your sleep after all the wine last night?
Oh my god. It always messes up my sleep if I drink too much. So I decided to do a little trick, I guess I have, which is just a Tylenol PM. I take one of those when I go to sleep at nighttime. I was out. Maryana said she heard me snoring.
Yeah, I thought there was like a wild boar outside digging for truffles, but I guess it was just Vernon totally out. I definitely think this is one of my favorite regions of Italy. I was looking last night on Google Maps, and I guess before I saved a bunch little towns from this region into my list. So we need to come back here ASAP because I'm not even kidding. I have like 24 of towns saved here that I want to check out.
And I know you keep adding more and more and more, and I don't think that there's any way that we're going to end up seeing them all. It's just, there's just too many.
We can try.
And you want to spend at least a day in each one.
I mean, at least a day, because you would think they all look the same, but they don't. Especially if you come here, you meet the people, you eat the food, you drink the wine. Speaking of wine, when's breakfast? There's so many cats now. I gave you some, I didn't give him any. One of the mistakes we made was booking this place only for one night. Honestly, it feels like we just got here and it was already time to leave. We were not ready to go yet. No, the camera's not slanted. That's how driving in Tuscany can be sometimes, but it's okay. Look at the views. I still can't decide what my favorite drive is. Is it driving in Tuscany or is it driving in the Dolomites? I don't know. What would you choose? Mountains or the hills? I guess the hills are less scary, right? The other half of Vernon's birthday was visiting a town on the way back home that happens to have an art exhibit from some of the photographers that he likes. For me, it was also a win because this town has been on my list of places to visit for quite some time. Hey Vern, what did I say before? Whenever we come to a new town, there's always a market.
Always a market, especially on Sundays.
So the photography event we're here for Vernon's birthday, has to be in the town that's on the highest hill in this region. And within the town, you can go up even higher, and it's up all the way at the fort, which makes sense because it's like a defensive point. But it's literally that slope is like 30-40%.
And the town is about, the museum that we're going to is about 26 minutes walking from where the car is.
All the way up.
So, as beautiful as this place is, it's the sometimes not so dolce vita.
All the girlies, when they travel, what they don't show you is the parking. So we're going up the slope, right? Imagine driving in these 400-year-old streets in your little car, parking on an extreme slant. For me, I'm not the best at parallel parking, so I can't even imagine parallel parking in a tiny spot up a hill. This is like my nightmare, honestly. Comment down below. Would you park here, or would you just like sacrifice everything and just walk up the hill? Oh my god.
Yeah, this has gone from a cute walk on a Sunday afternoon
I'm dying.
in a charming Tuscan medieval village into a pilgrimage to look at photos, because that 26-minute walk was not flat.
So that's where we're going. That's where we came from.
I fully understand why now nobody else is here, just us.
This was bad marketing. This was bad placement.
They should have put it in the parking lot. That way we could have just pulled in, checked out the photos, and bounced.
This is why these people live to 100, 110.
It's true.
Just when I thought we were on top of the hill, we had to walk more up to the fort, past the church that was already on the top of the hill. We had to walk even higher on the road to the fort, which had a majority of the exhibits. At least the views were beautiful.
What do you think?
It's definitely worth the hike. I think you literally see the whole region from here. It looks less hilly than it is. This is very deceiving because on the drive here, it was Italian roller coaster. But I don't know if I think that's the sea. I don't think that's the ocean. I really like how they were repurposing this fort and giving it a second life by using it to display a lot of these artworks. And they kind of had the artworks throughout the entire fort, depending if they were inside, outside, inside the cellar, inside of a place that I'm pretty sure they were used to keep prisoners. But this exhibit, they had different artworks from all over the world, different photographers, different styles, and different time periods. After a couple of hours exploring the exhibits, we realized that now we need to descend all the way down where we came from. But thankfully this time I found a route that's not as steep, just as long, but not as crazy steep. If you want to see the photos Vernon takes, make sure to follow us on Instagram. We worked out going up, now we're working down. Working hard. I'm so delusional, I need either water or wine. I can't even speak.
You forgot English.
I know. 7 more minutes. But these slopes are no joke. I think my quads are just on fire at this point. Not sure if I mentioned how beautiful and charming this town is, but I would not recommend driving here. Even for the pro level people, I would not recommend driving here. I mean, look at this. This is pretty crazy. After essentially hiking throughout the city, we built up quite the appetite, so it's time to eat. Does anybody else, when they're hangry, want to order the whole entire menu? I was honestly trying to control myself by not ordering every single dish.
I don't know what that is.
Our waiter, super nice. This is like peak Italian generosity, the chivalry. So there was some more wine left in the bottle. So you know who he gives it to? Me. Not only was that the biggest pepper shaker I've ever seen in my life, the fresh cracked pepper from that actually smells incredible. Let's see.
It really does, actually, yeah.
Ooh, it's very perfumey.
You can actually hear yourself stabbing the potatoes. They're so crunchy.
You know what it is? I think they're cooking some type of fat. Because there's an aftertaste of like beef fat or some type of like almost like marrow. Dude, the food in Italy, if you're on a diet, I'm sorry, you ain't gonna be on no diets in Italy. So I had the steak and wine and prune, and we shared some potatoes cooked in lard, and Vernon had the lamb bites with zucchini. And you can say we really enjoyed the food and the wine in this restaurant. So we had about an hour and a half left to explore the town, so we tried to see what else we can find. And of course, with our luck, there's going to be another market, and literally the whole town was covered in a bunch of booths because I guess it was their monthly antique markets. Besides the antique market, this town has a bunch of cute little stores that you can only find here or in another town only in Italy. I fell in love with this bag. I fell in love with a lot of bags in this store, honestly. The designer makes these herself and she decorates them herself, and all the leather is locally sourced. I wanted to just keep shopping here. There was just so much to see. Comment down below if you guys are interested in seeing what we buy when we travel, because we do buy stuff. I'm just not sure if people are interested in the shopping hauls, so comment down below and I'll feature them in the next videos. I honestly had no idea that there were so many cute stores in this town, and I found the cutest little antique store, vintage store, thrift store, whatever you want to call it. So I've been on the lookout for a vintage Italian map, and it's been a little tricky to find the particular one I want. But this store, besides that, had just, honestly, it felt like a museum. We were walking through here, we didn't get anything in this store, but it felt like a museum. Also, if you're on a budget, don't worry, there's always free museums and free things to see in Italy. The one thing we forgot to do so far is buy some wine. I mean, come on. I got so distracted with the other cute shops, I forgot the main reason why I love visiting Tuscany, and it's definitely for their wine. If you're visiting here, you definitely need to stop by the shop. They have a huge selection of local wines to choose here, and they even have a machine where you can try and sample some of the wines. Comment down below, what is your favorite Italian wine? We can definitely tell what Vernon's favorite wine is here, right? Hopefully you enjoyed this weekend's adventure and stay tuned for more. Ciao!
There's no complaint now.
I feel like we're gonna end up on someone's property.
Hey guys, if you want to see more of our adventures, subscribe to Mr. Ballin.
just got lost in Tuscany and never seen again. At least hopefully there's wine and steak.